to a Saudi.
No. Cancel. Cut.
Stop talking. Yeah, married to a Saudi is great. It's great.
Don't lie. Little bit. This is not lie.
I'm a bad liar, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you cannot get it from a Turkish woman.
After 4 years, he still opens the car door for me every single time I get into the car.
Beep, beep, beep.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، يا أهلا وسهلا فيكم بمقطع جديد على المشعل وياكم. للي أول مرة يتابعني، معزمين ناس عندنا في البيت. أقول لكم شيء واحد مشترك على كل الضيوف اللي راح يجونا، كلهم متزوجين من جنسيات مختلفة.
وعليكم السلام علي.
What are you making today?
2 pots of kebsa.
ما شاء الله.
تبعها.
We start with ladies first.
Oh, thank you so much. This is Deniz. I'm from Turkey.
مرحبا، طارق من السعودية. متزوجين تقريبا 2.5 سنين.
Hi, my name is Yana. I'm originally from Germany, but I grew up in Sweden.
أنا نور علي ومتجوز ست الكل بقالنا 3 سنين. It's been 3 years. 4 years.
in trouble now.
Hi, my name is Luz Andrea, and I was born in Colombia and raised in America.
And أنا أيمن من السعودية، اتولدت في الخفجي وعشت فيها يمكن 10 سنين في الشرقية، وبعدين نقلنا للوطن للهوم تاون مكة.
I thought it would be, but I think for some reason we're from completely different cultures, but we're so much the same. Yeah, I think we're just both so open-minded that we've just connected really well.
أكيد مختلف في حاجات، بس مش بالقدر اللي كنت متخيله. أهم حاجة يعني نقدر نتفاهم مع بعض ونتكلم في أي حاجة بنحس إن هي بالنسبة لنا غريبة، ونكون متفتحين لآراء بعض المختلفة.
I think it was easier than other countries because we're kind of coming from similar cultures. Easy, but also exciting at the same time. But at the same time, we learn so many things from each other, and we learn our cultures better.
مثل ما قالت، موضوع التقارب الثقافات ساعد بشكل كثير، لكن تبقى موضوع اختلاف الجنسية واختلاف الثقافة واختلاف الدولة وبعد العوائل عن بعض طبعا صعب.
For me, it was very challenging for sure because I come from a very open culture, and when I say that, I mean like men and women are very comfortable being together in a cultural setting, I guess, or any kind of setting. And then coming to your culture, it was just different. It was something I wasn't used to.
تعرف يعني احنا في السعودية شوية شعب أو مجتمعنا شوية مجتمع منغلق يعني في الفترة السابقة يعني اللي احنا تربينا فيها، بس اليومين هذا الحمد لله يعني دخلنا على الانفتاح، وهذا الانفتاح بصراحة يعني الانفتاح اللي هو يحافظ على الهوية، عرفت؟ ساعدنا كثير احنا انه احنا نقدم نفسنا كسعوديين للعالم. هي زي ما تعرف كولومبيا أمريكية، هم عندهم تعرف صلصة ورقص وكذا، احنا هذه الأشياء ما عندنا. فعشان نمسك العصا من النص يعني نبسط الأمور ونرجع للمبادئ والقيم. إذا الشيء ما يجي ضد هذه المبادئ وهذه القيم فالموضوع تمام بيكون المفروض. الحمد لله يعني أهلي وأهلها بطريقة جدا حلوة التحموا مع بعض، وفي النهاية الحب يفوز.
A lot of translation to do.
Yeah, I know.
Hell, she wouldn't be sitting here.
It's really refreshingly nice. I feel sometimes, so I'm from the north of Europe. I feel in the north of Europe, it's not, you don't really have the gentleman anymore, the I don't know, romancing each other as much. So after 4 years, he still opens the car door for me every single time I get into the car.
Nice.
So it's actually, yeah, it's really nice. You know, Egyptians are such charmers, so it's just been a really, you know, women like to be I don't know if I'm talking too much about romance there.
amazing.
It was easier than I expected. I was thinking it was gonna be more difficult, culture-wise, like maybe language-wise, but it was, for us, it was super easy because both our families are so lovely, super accepted.
Being married to a Saudi is actually something that was great because the Latin men are very possessive and unfaithful, and you know, you can never trust like anyone in like a Latin country, honestly. And with him, he's the most truthful man, like the most novel, like has the most pure heart that I've ever met. And yeah, that was me, like my experience married to a Saudi. Very, very nice.
ملوخية and بامية زيك وحشني. I always say that to his grandma. And I go now because I was hungry.
You know, getting inside her house just with those two big dogs inside the house. Every time they come, they just run after me, and what are they trying to do? But I got used to them, you know, I got used to them. But I still have this, because, you know, in Saudi, the idea of pets, we just don't have it. It's just not in our culture. And I always like think of dogs as something, I don't know.
يعني مثل أي عائلة أو أي مجتمع حولك، لا ليش تتزوج من برا السعودية؟ وش السبب؟ وش النقص عندنا؟ ليش إحنا ناقصين ولا لا؟ طبعا الموضوع ما هو جنسية معينة أو زواج من الخارج لسبب معين. أنا أتزوج مع المرأة اللي قدامكم، ما هو زواج من جنسية ولا زواج من مجتمع معين لأسباب أخرى، مع شخص، وفي النهاية العلاقة بين شخص وآخر، ما هي العلاقة بين جنسية وجنسية. الزواج تضحية، والزواج ما يكون مع شخص واحد فقط. لما تتزوج مع شخص راح تكون في علاقة مع عائلته ومع البقية في نفس المجتمع، فلازم الواحد يكون صبور ومتفهم ومستعد إنه يضحي بأشياء كثير حتى يكون في مكان ممتاز ومرتاح ويقدر يستمر في حياته إن شاء الله.
It was so different than I expected in a good way.
It's different than the image you had.
Exactly. Yeah. Saudi was the first like Arab country I've ever visited, and what I heard before, like seen on the TV news and like the newspapers, the image, and when I was in Saudi, I was shocked. Yeah, I was literally shocked. It's such a beautiful country. There's so many things to explore, and you can see the heritage, which I love, because when I visit countries, I love seeing culture, the heritage, the history, and you can literally see that in Saudi.
I have, yes, several times. It's been fun. I don't eat meat, so the food was an experience. There's a lot. It's very heavy food that I'm not really used to.
مش متعودة على السمنة اللي في الأكل الكتير اللي بتنايم دي. انتوا فاهمين كويس.
I slept after every meal. And it was a bit loud for me at first because I come from like Sweden. There's like 300 inhabitants in the town, and then going to Alexandria, which is just full of beeping traffic. People don't really drive in a lane on the roads. It was interesting.
Talent. On a trip to Bali with some friends for New Year's. And then we were hiking up a volcano for New Year's Eve. Then for sunrise, I proposed to her on top of this volcano in Bali. And she said yes, luckily this is why we're here. For the wedding, it was going to be very difficult to plan the whole wedding because my family's in Egypt, her family's in Sweden, Germany, US. We have friends all over the world, so it would have been very difficult to gather everyone that we really wanted on that day. So we just decided, you know what, we're not gonna invite anyone, not even our parents. We're just gonna do it on our own. Take the camera. We went to Oman, which was one of our favorite places. We went on top of a cliff, and we just let the camera keep taking photos. I gave my vows. It was very personal, and I think this is the best way. Like, it couldn't have been any better for us. and then we registered it at embassy.
So our love story basically, and I'm thinking about making it into a movie because, you know, I produce movies, that's my full-time job, so, and direct them too. Like, it's a long story. I believe it's one of the most beautiful romantic stories in full-time. I believe, it's just my humble opinion. But it just goes back in times when I was 15 and she was 12. We met in Universal Studios. I don't know if my parents know this. I hope they don't. But anyway, it's during the World Cup 2006 actually, in the roller coaster ride Spider-Man, and she was right behind me. I was wearing the Italian jersey with my favorite soccer player, and I knew he was my favorite soccer player for a reason. So it was in the jersey in the back, his name Del Piero, number 10. So she was behind me and she started like spelling the name, and she doesn't know any players, I guess, about soccer or something at that time. So she tried to pronounce it Dilly Piero something, so I thought, no, it's Del Piero. And then we just clicked and we started playing, like the whole day. We were just kids, nothing sick about it.
Yeah, we barely knew English also.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have been, you know, a long conversation.
So yeah, and then we played the whole day together. I even ditched my family. I just played with her the whole day. And at the end of the day, you know, back in time, we didn't even have phones, so I asked for her email, and we started chatting through MSN. And she responded to me, and I was so excited about it. And I remember she said to me, like, it was one of the best adventures of my whole time. And I said the same thing. We just kept emailing each other and talking to each other until I moved to the States for my studies, master's in film, and we reconnected again, we met again, and tell story short, so yeah, we got married, you know.
Actually, we're gonna do it in Colombia. We ended up doing it in California. Very small wedding.
Beautiful wedding.
Very beautiful. We were expecting it to be like super cold, but it ended up being very nice weather.
It was my last semester. I already graduated from AU. I just met her in the lobby of the school, and I actually already knew her name. I knew who was she, and I knew there was like a Turkish group of new students, and I approached her directly and I was like, hey, you, I know you, what's your name? We had a coffee together.
It was not. No, he came to me and he said, like, the first thing he said, like, oh, hey, are you one of the Turkish guys, new Turkish guys or something like this? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, I am Tarek, blah, blah. And I was thinking like, okay, why are you talking to me? Like, I'm waiting for my class. Talking, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go upstairs and eat before the class. And he was like, I'm coming. I'm gonna have a coffee. Then, like, he invited me to dinner a couple of times, and I said okay, and I ditched him. But at
True
the
story.
end, it's true story. At the end, I decided to give him a chance to invite me to dinner again. I said yes. At the dinner, something clicked. Literally, I was thinking like, I'm gonna go to a dinner, I'm gonna sit down, talk like for an hour, eat something, and come back to house, and it was like 6 hours. I think I understood that like I was literally in love after I left. Like, it was like I felt so empty, and I was like, that's it.
So she left in June. By August 1st, I was in Turkey. My family was visiting Istanbul. We spent 3 days with my family, I think.
Yeah.
Dinners, breakfast, everything. My family liked her, and
I liked them so much.
She liked them more than me.
Especially Mama.
And a year after, we tried to figure out everything. I proposed to her. We did a wedding in Turkey. We got married there, in Göcek.
Yeah, in Göcek.
And we had people from Saudi, from US, our friends in school. It was a very...
I think everybody had so much fun because it was a wedding, kind of a beach wedding.
It represented our mixed wedding.
Yeah.
No, he's there. This is the boss.
Yeah, this is the boss.
Right.
It's equal.
I am.
That's a good answer.
I am. I'm the boss.
She thinks that.
Definitely it's
it's
me.
equal.
Definitely it's me.
In front of the audience, she is the one, but in the house, you know who is. It's the man, bro. It's the man.
I'm not really.